Good afternoon. This is the Taurus season tarot reading for the sign of Virgo. Check your sun, moon, and rising, or all 12 if you'd like. Let's go ahead and get into it. What can Virgo expect for Taurus season as a whole? We have the moon. Things might be a little heavy. You could feel a bit isolated, maybe a little scared. I almost feel like anxiety is getting the best of you. We know it's a Virgo trait from time to time. Let's keep pulling and see how this story unfolds here. Something unexpected for Virgo during Taurus season. Something unexpected. Four of Pentacles. So Four of Pentacles is a very stable card, but it can be a card of like pulling back and withdrawing. So almost like there's something that either you're not seeing things very clearly, and maybe things feel very heavy. Almost feels like you're drowning a little bit, which leads to you kind of having to pull back from everyone or pull back from life around you. Could potentially even be just having to keep things to yourself and not share anything with the people around you because maybe you're not really trusting the folks around you for some reason. How to stay grounded. I believe this one's coming out. Eight of Swords. Make sure you're actually getting in your head. Make sure that you are thinking things through. And I know that you guys are fantastic at that. My daughter is a 12th house Virgo, and she's in her head 24/7. So the way these two are looking at each other, you're pulling back from some situations and getting into your head and really just spinning things around in there and trying to figure out what is going on. Now this is, how to ground yourself, or how to stay grounded. So there's something in your thought process that you really need to be working through before you're able to move forward here. What is an important emotion for Virgo right now? Got Queen of Pentacles. So even though you've got all of this going on, you've got a lot going on in your head, you're maybe withdrawing from your social life or from the people around you, keeping things to yourself, not really sharing as much, you still feel grounded. You still are feeling like you can not breathe. That's not the word I'm looking for. Like you can just chill out where you are. You don't really feel like you need to work too awful hard at finding a stability. You've already kind of gotten there. And I know that's not really a normal feeling for Virgo, because Virgo does have a tendency to always be analyzing things. It's like there's always something more that can be done, right? Always more work that can be done, more changes that can be made. But this time around, you're feeling like you yourself, you're in a good place. It's everybody else around you or the situations around you that are maybe giving you pause and making you feel a little less comfortable with the world around you. But you and yourself, you are feeling good. You know that you've done the work and you found yourself a very comfortable space. Let's see. Something that will inspire Virgo. Something that will inspire. Something. Oh, Six of Wands. So there is something there that you get to celebrate. Some kind of victory that you have. And it seems like this victory is in this Queen of Pentacles. Now, currently, Saturn, the planet of restriction and all of that good stuff, is in Pisces, your opposite sign. So you've been forced to sit with things. You've been forced to kind of work through things over the last year. And I think you've finally gotten to a space where maybe your anxiety is not nearly as high as it had been. Maybe you are feeling good about the fact that you're able to approach things from a more grounded situation, and you're starting to feel really good about the work that you've put in, the internal work that you've put in. How your spirit guides will be speaking to you. I just want to tell you to take a leap of faith. This is very trustful energy, and I always like that in this card, how it seems like she's holding the amethyst and just trusting her intuition and believing that the universe is going to catch her and carry her to where she needs to be. And there is an event that may happen during this Taurus season that gives you that feeling of, I need to just let it happen. You may finally not overthink something. You may just go with the flow on this one and see what comes of it. Let's see. And how to best support yourself. Make sure you're keeping, this card is coming up a lot in like almost every single one of these readings. Keep your guard up. Protect your peace. Protect your inner self. When you're over here taking this leap of faith, you still, even though you want to trust the universe, you still have to make sure you have your guard up. You know, a lot of times when we say, you know, just let it happen and see where it goes, we need to understand that you can't just let go of all of your boundaries when you do that. You still have to maintain your boundaries. You can't just let whatever go. That you're still going to have people around you that may try to take advantage of you, that just don't belong in your space and things like that. So you still have to keep that guard up, even if you are taking a leap of faith and trusting that the universe is going to take you where you need to go. So I want to pull a few clarifiers for this moon card. Let's see. We got the Six of Wands again, so there's a good confirmation of some kind of victorious event during this time, or not even necessarily event, just maybe by the time we get to the end of Taurus season, you get to look back and go, oh wow, I did a really good job, right? And it's really going to keep you going. That's going to inspire you to keep going. We have Five of Cups. Let's do one more here. And the Wheel of Fortune. Ooh, okay. So the wheel is turning. So we've got the moon. So the moon can be a little scary, right? Because it's in the dark. You can't see what's going on there all the way. It almost feels like you're drowning a bit, right? And this is Taurus season as a whole. But what's happening here is we're getting in our head and we're dealing with all of these old losses that we've gone through. And we are finding the other side of it. The wheel is turning. We're moving forward, and we're moving into a new phase where we can celebrate that we have learned how to work through these things, how to do that healing work so that we don't keep getting stuck in our heads over it. So this is really, it seems like a time of inner work for you, and just learning how to trust the universe while you're doing your inner work, and make sure you're maintaining your boundaries outside of you at the same time. Let's see. A couple oracle cards. What is influencing Taurus season for my Virgo people? You. Thought. That's about the best confirmation I could have right there. Your thoughts are influencing this. You are definitely digging in your head during this time. You are working with the things that maybe you haven't been, or you've been shoving them down or overanalyzing them, thinking too deeply. Sometimes we can do that. We can think about things so much that we completely miss the point of it. But we are now learning how to work through these thoughts and get to the other side of them. What is your advice? Oh, we got two of them. Abundance and innocence. Oh, I like that. This is really, abundance really matches this Queen of Pentacles we got going over here for an important emotion, right? So abundance may be something that you don't, I don't want to say that you're not used to. It's just maybe it's been a while, or maybe right at this moment it feels out of reach, or maybe it feels like you're not you could even have a lot. You're just feeling like you're missing something, right? So it's almost like this childlike energy comes back in after feeling so heavy and so weighed down, and you start learning how to see that in and of itself as a form of abundance. Being able to celebrate yourself is quite honestly a little bit of a childlike thing, because how many times when we become adults do people want you to just be calm all the time, right? They don't, they don't want you to celebrate anything outside of maybe go to dinner, right? But it's almost like you find this new childlike joy in realizing that you have everything that you need, and that you are able to work through these things, and you are able to get past the heaviness and the sadness of things that you've lost or things that are no longer around in your life. I hope this helps, and I will link all these decks in the description. And please go ahead and subscribe.